Hey guys, and welcome to round number 4 of the Ozine
No,
Pokemon
it's just
Sword
round 3, I believe.
Really?
Oh, it's round 4. Sorry, it's round 4.
It is round 4. Dude, I was counting 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's after 3, 4? But yeah, we are at Ozine, guys. Day number 1. There's still going to be another day tomorrow as well. So if you guys aren't able to catch it on this day, you're going to be able to tune on in tomorrow. But I'm Daks, and he's JJ-kun. You can see, finally, our Twitter is down below, even though, we don't use it as much. But you are getting ready with a matchup between Leandro as well as Jeremy into this matchup. And here we go with our teams on the blue hand side.
It's going to be Jeremy. It would be Leandro on the. It will be Leandro on the right side. On the left side, he has Dragapult, he has Whimsicott, Sylveon, Arcanine, Rotom Wash, and as well as the Extra Drill.
Oh, that's going to be a Sylveon on the blue hand side. But here for the red of Jeremy, he does play that Hatterene with Discrepancy, Rhyperior, Butterfree, Torkoal, and Adelmai. So interesting. This is a pretty familiar comp with that control. You will be able to get that Hatterene. Probably going to be a Trick Room setup. Butterfree is so effective as well with the amount of powders it can use. Sleep Powder, always annoying. Rage Powder as well, calling the attention. You're going to have a damage though. And this might be either a Torkoal or a Rhyperior in terms of that cleanup crew. Here from the right side, you get that Drought as well. It's going to do some huge damage no matter what from that Torkoal. What do you think about Leandro though?
Well, Leandro's team right here is definitely a Tailwind team. Definitely not a counter pick against a TR Room. Definitely a TR Room is a counter pick against Leandro's team right here. Definitely the Whimsicott is going to be going to have that Tailwind, and of course going to be Whimsicott going in for that. I think going to for the beat up against that Arcanine, but I think it's going to be an Intimidate Arcanine. Never mind what I just said. And right now, let's get into the team. Definitely, the team of Jeremy right here is a counter pick against the team of Leandro right here.
I do want to see a little more of that Sylveon though, especially if it does have Pixelate in the first place. Going to be changing things up from normal types to a Fairy, and does have one of the highest, you can say, special attack in the scene right now. When we start things off, there you go, Sylveon and Whimsicott got the Fairies on the board here for Leandro. In the meantime, we are going to get Butterfree and Hatterene. So this might be a Rage Powder Trick Room to start things off for Jeremy. In the meantime, we'll see if the Whimsicott and the Sylveon can get enough damage done. Will this be the Tailwind setup? Will this be screens up? Or will this just be a delaying tactic? Maybe the Sylveon might get a hit or two, but it really depends on how the Butterfree can call the attention.
And it's really interesting to see that Sylveon here has Pixelate ability and has a Pixie Plate instead of having the Pixie Plate item instead of having the Spray item, which makes him have +1 on special attack. But right now we are seeing the Dynamax Sylveon right now at the start of the game right now. Let's see what's gonna happen. Definitely a Whimsicott and Sylveon start up, and of course the Tailwind off of that Whimsicott. There we go. Just like I said, with a Prankster ability, making it a priority move, making him very fast. And there we go, the Max Starfall against who? Against a Hatterene. I think it's not gonna be a kill, but definitely going to make it live in order to set up definitely the Trick Room.
We got that Fairy Terrain going on with that miss as well. It won't allow any of these. There you go. Sleep Powder comes, and that's really surprising. We went for the Sleep Powder instead of the Rage, but this still allows the Trick Room to happen in the first place. It's going to be a free one here, courtesy of the Hatterene. Not going to be enough to get that takedown. And I believe that Leandro was really relying on that Pixie Plate to boost the damage enough to get more damage done. But that double typing on that Hatterene, it's both Fairy and Psychic, it's just not going to be enough. And with the Trick Room out in the bounce, this is going to be advantage here for Jeremy.
Right. And now let's see what's going to happen right now. It's Sylveon, Whimsicott, Hatterene, and Butterfree with a Misty Terrain as well. And there we go. Let's see the second round. Whimsicott going in for the light screen. There we go. Of course, going to making him have more defense on the special defense. Of course, critical hit on the Whimsicott with that hit. And let's see what's gonna happen. Butterfree on the Hurricane again on that Whimsicott, ending it right there. There we go, knocking out that Whimsicott setter, and I think that's the only setter that Leandro has.
Yeah, we'll see which one he's gonna go for. And the Berry doesn't proc. No special effective moves were used there. Hatterene will go down to the big damage done by the Sylveon, but this is very difficult right now for the Sylveon itself. Going last in a scenario like this. The only reason why it's still alive is because of that Dynamax keeping it boosted up in the first place. But that is a glass cannon waiting to shatter on the side of Leandro. In the meantime, Jeremy will be able to get that free switch. Will this be a Scrap Tea to go in, or will this be perhaps that Torkoal, or maybe even that Rhyperior? It depends which one he brought in. But I love to see the Scrap Tea as well to get some fake outs on. But with the Trick Room, you want to maximize that damage potential. We'll see what's going to come out. Oh, it's going to be Delmise instead. And interesting, it does have that Life Orb on, so it will get boosted down. Rotom Wash on the opposite end.
And there we go. Rotom Wash definitely on the disadvantage against the Delmise. And of course, Butterfree here can still set up whatever it can set up right now. Sylveon, I think, going to be, of course, going to stay right there on the field. But Rotom, I think Rotom here would go for, you know, a Will-O-Wisp against a Delmise, making it lose the damage as well as the Butterfree right there. But it would also be, you know, it would also be good if it would use the Thunderbolt against that Butterfree. But we have to remember that both of these players still can use Protect against each other. Let's see what's gonna happen right now. Let's see. There we go. Like I said, it's going to switch out against the with that Excadrill. Really interesting stuff coming in from Leandro right here. Mold Breaker. And there we go. Let's see what's gonna happen right now. Definitely going to be a Dynamax Delmise. Interestingly enough, I don't see this anywhere, but right now I am definitely seeing the Dynamax Delmise into this match right now. Let's see what this Pokemon can give us in this match. There we go. The Dynamax Delmise is now out. Let's see what the first turn is. It's going to be a Rage Powder against who?
Against both of them. Rage Powder going to be taking all that attention, so Butterfree going to be pretty much dying at the cost. Max Overgrowth though.
Right.
Here and now on the Excadrill. Good read. Going to be cleaning up that Excadrill perhaps.
Oh, one-hit KO!
One-hit KO. Excadrill gone from the game. And Mold Breaker though, it gets molded on down instead. We get the grassy terrain as well. And this is honestly, if you look about it, Delmise does perform as a Trick Room DPS as well.
Right, that's
so
true, that's true.
In this setup, there's so much options that Jeremy does have. Butterfree though getting some damage done, but it does stay alive thanks to that focus
dash. Yeah.
One hit not gonna happen, and the Sylveon is really in a big predicament in this scenario. The Delmise having the advantage thanks to the Trick Room. Overgrowth going for that heal onto everyone, but the harsh sunlight is out in the field as well. That sunny day might be boosting those grass type moves if their solar beam is out and for the Delmise in the first place. Sylveon though,
But he won't be able to use the Solar Beam anyway, since he is on the Dynamax. All of his moves would be a max move. So
the Overgrowth, right?
yeah, the Overgrowth would be so it doesn't really matter if he cannot use the if he can use, you know, the Solar Beam, since, you know, even though he can't, since there's the Dynamax. But right now, that's what's gonna happen. Of course, Rotom and Sylveon, the last Pokemon that Leandro have, and we also have here Delmise and Butterfree, of course, surviving with the thanks of the Focus Sash right here. Delmise, on the other hand, still the Dynamax, and no more Dynamax for Leandro right now. He could easily sweep this up, I think. And of course, with the Rage Powder, making it, you know, Rage Powder is basically a Grass type Follow Me, you know.
It really is a signature move of the Butterfree in this generation. Steel Spike gonna get that KO onto the Sylveon. And finally, the last gonna shatter in the first place. Honestly, such a good read here from Jeremy. Reading out that Delmise. Sure, you could have gone for the Torkoal, you could have gone for the Rhyperior. But in terms of that advantage, the match type so effective. Sleep Powder as well. Well done controlling the matchup. Who needs that extra Pokemon as the Rotom takes a nap and should be going down soon to the anchors. Man, have you watched Pirates of the Caribbean?
No,
this might be Davy Jones finally getting his revenge. Who needs all this weather going on? It doesn't even matter anymore in terms
And
of
there we go. We already see the handshake, and that's gonna be it.
That has to be it.
And there it is. There it is.
Small, but sure. The next grass type move, no, it's gonna be a forfeit already. Calling it a game. Jeremy taking the win. And we were talking about it at the start of this whole tournament, that the draft itself,
the draft in itself is already a counter pick against the against the team of Leandro. So, you know, he needs to be creative into making a counter pick against a counter team that Jeremy has. But as we saw in the match, it wasn't really. He wasn't successful in making a counter strategy against that team.
And like a small tidbit about that Delmise, it didn't have that life orb, so it does take HP away in the first place. But with the grassy terrain giving it back, it was a good, side to side, even things out in the first place. And that was our round 4. One more match, and we are gonna go into the top bracket, into the playoffs, basically. And I'm really excited for that one, JJ.
All right, of course, I am excited with that top cut, and we're gonna be back for our last round of the Swiss round. And then, of course, for the top cut. And again, guys, I am JJ, and this is Daks, and we'll be back for round 5.